All right, guys. It's J Tuna 900 with the Growth Hub, and we back, baby. So, you see the title. Why do people expect to get rich quick? Why is that? Why do people expect to get rich quick? I'll tell you why. Because what's more pleasurable and more satisfying is it's nothing more than to get rich quick. It's the gratification, right? That's what we are programmed, to think like everything has to be quick, you know, everything has to be instant, right? Satisfy me quickly, right? But little do the get rich quick schemes will soon fail, right? I mean, there are a lot of get rich quick schemes out here. You got scammers. They can hack into your cold wallets. They can steal your Bitcoin. They can steal whatever in your bank account, identity theft. Uh, you can rob somebody. You can, do a lot of things, right? You can hit the lottery, right? But you have to realize just as soon as you, or as fast as you got that money, is how fast you will fall right back to where you came from. You see? So you got to think about this, right? Because I used to do a lot of get rich quick schemes, and they never last, right? They never last. They never hold up. You got to keep looking for one scheme after the other, and it's just no longevity in it. And, you know, it's different when you have to work for your money. Like when I didn't have to work for the money, I got a PPP loan, I got unemployment, something for COVID. They gave me a bunch of money. Uh, I made money off of the crypto world, and I came up very very fast. So being that my psychology is being that I came up fast. I didn't have the discipline of appreciate that money how I was supposed to appreciate that money, as if I worked for it, right? So if you didn't have to work for $30,000, it's less appreciative, right? It's less appreciative, and you're going to spend that money not in the same way as if you worked hard for that money and you put blood, sweat, and tears, and you took years to save up that $30,000. It's a difference. It's a hell of a lot of a difference, right? Because if you work for it and you put your blood, sweat, and tears over it, in it, and you work for it over time, you're going to be more appreciative of it, and you're going to be more cautious with it because you knew what it took to get that $30,000, as opposed to you just coming up overnight. It's a difference, right? So you got instant gratification versus delayed gratification. When it's instant, most of the time, it doesn't last. Most of the time, like they say, anything worthwhile or worth it doesn't come overnight. And I believe that, you know, if you're growing something over time, you're more appreciative of it. I believe that. Like the new generation is more instant. Everything is instant. Everything has to be stimulated or had to have stimulation all the time. You got short form content, you know, it's deteriorating the attention span, right? You got the new generation, they don't want to work because there are other ways to get rich. You got streamers, content creators such as myself. You have, people selling courses. You got marketing. You have drop shipping, affiliate marketing. You have the internet and social media to connect you to people, you know, to make money in a non-traditional way, right? So the new generation are seeking out these ways and these strategies on how to make money, right? But little do they know, only a small percentage will make it through, and you still have to put in the work and the time as you do with the non-traditional going the non-traditional route. In fact, you will have to work more, but all they see is the glitz and glam, right? All they see is the glitz and the glamorous, right? Not knowing the person that they're seeing with the glitz and glam was on their chapter 38 and they're on their chapter 1, right? You don't know what that person had to go through to even get the glitz and the glam. We only go off of what we see, the shiny things, but you don't know what that person did behind closed doors or in the background to even arrive at what they arrived at. The things that you like, the vacations, the cars, the houses. You don't know what hard work they put in to get that. It may seem easy. Affiliate marketing may seem easy. Selling courses online may seem easy. Being a streamer may seem easy. A content creator may seem easy. So it's like once the new generation get into these fields and they see the work that they have to put in, they give up easily. And they give up easily. It doesn't even have to be with the new generation. It could be with anybody, right? It could be with anybody. Once you see the work that you have to put in, people shy away. People give up. People stop going. Know why? Because they were seeking out instant gratification. And most of the time, whatever they went into to try and seek that instant gratification, they didn't really want it bad enough because it didn't come fast enough. Now, if you really want it bad, you will put all the time in the world to get to where you need to go. If you don't want it bad enough, you'll give up. You'll shy away. You'll make excuses and you'll start to procrastinate. It's not good. You have to step away from the instant gratification and step more towards the delayed gratification, right? I'll use investing as a as an example. New investors, they seek instant gratification. They see people getting money off of day trading, off of investing, buying and holding, but they don't see the time that was put or the seed that was planted years ago for them to even access that type of money. So if you're a new investor into cryptocurrency or stocks, Everything is a 5 to 10 year play. Come on, all right. Everything is a 5 to 10 year play instead of a 6 month play or a 3 month play. People will spend their bill money instead of saving up emergency money. They will spend their bill money first to invest to try to get a quick flip. And this is not the casino. People are treating it like a casino. It's not good because you will lose your money. The market does dip and it liquidates. Okay. You need to know how to play it smart. Instant gratification is poison when it comes to investing. Right? It's poison. You got to leave that alone. You got to step more into the delayed gratification world. Right? This is what you have to do. Because if you don't, you will get ruined overnight. All your bill money will be gone because you're treating it like a casino instead of an actual business. Right? You want the funds overnight. You want the money quickly. That's not good. You got to take a step back and understand the big picture. What's the bigger picture here? Right? The big picture is that I know, or I'm 95% sure, that the market will go up in the next 5 to 10 years. Or crypto. Whatever I'm investing in, and that's just with any business. If you're an investor, if you're trying to start a restaurant, you're trying to, start a store or whatever, right? Most of the time, you're not going to get your investment back until 3 to 5 years later. So why would you treat the market like that? Why would you treat anything like that? Not this instant gratification, but if you're educated up on something and you know where that certain market is headed, why not wait 5 years? Some people would say, well, I gotta wait 5 years to get my money back, man. I'm not doing that. Well, I guess you'll just wait 5 years to still be broke. I mean, which one would you choose? You know, you'll still wait that long to be broke. So why not do something about it now? Plant the seed now and keep it going. Why not think like that? So most people are psychologically wired to enjoy the instant gratification, right? Now me, I have a YouTube channel and I've put out maybe about 10 videos and I haven't seen that much traction. But guess what? You got to keep posting because how else will other people see your stuff? If you give up, then what? That's it. Now you wanted to be a YouTube content creator because you've seen other people making money off of it that you knew and you tried to hop into it. But since it didn't come fast enough, you gave up. If you want to be a YouTube content creator, you still gotta do it when no one's really looking. You know? How are you gonna gain that traction if you give up after the 10th video? I know it's discouraging if you don't see any views, but that's just not how this works. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep your head up and you gotta push through, right? You still have to push out the content because it is a business. Soon, not even soon, it may take a year, it may take two. Who knows? But eventually you'll get that traction. Eventually you'll get an algorithm. Eventually YouTube will learn your videos to see who to push it out to. Eventually. But new channels, most of the time, it's going to take some time for you to get to that next level. It's going to take some time for you to gain that traction. It's going to take some time for you to get in that algorithm. And this is just the facts. So, this is the Growth Hub, J2 to 900. Step away from the instant gratification. Put it down. Leave it alone. Stop the procrastination. And start the determination. All right? All right, man. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Drop it in the comments. I want to know, do you enjoy instant gratification? I want to know your thoughts, man. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.